nations, yes, that are blessed. The end of the beginning, he said with a smile. What more could there be? He's dead. He said they hung him, put nails in his hands, and a crown of thorns on his head. I said, let me read it again, but this time there's more. I believe this is true. He is dead, the words in the end, and the beginning of life that's completing you. Don't you see? He did all this for you. He was the virgin, my Lord, his hand at the hand. Oh yeah, let's sing it. So
I'm a sophomore at Point Loma. I'm an international development studies major with a minor in Spanish. I think I just grew 2 inches when I said that, don't you?
Yay!
Not really. Anyway, I'm going to share a verse with you. Little few verses, actually. This is what we were talking about in our prayer time earlier, and it fit perfectly with my testimony, so I thought I'd share it. Psalm 133. And it says, "How good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's beard, down up the collar of his robes. It is as if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion. For there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore." I was telling Ron Fay last night that I'm pretty sure he planned to make Audrey as happy as possible tour. Last night we were at El Cajon, which is where I lead worship for the youth group, and that's thanks to Ron. And then we're here today with all my favorite people. Yay. And then tomorrow night we'll be in Lake Havasu, and then we're going to see all my favorite people in Arizona. So, Lake Havasu's in Arizona, in case you didn't know that. So I'm really excited, and I'm really glad to be here. In our youth group, we started this practice this year called Open Mic, and for you Vegas residents, it's not karaoke night, it's testimony night, kind of. And so every night, Derek, the youth pastor, sets up a microphone behind the cross, and that's on purpose because everything we do should be with the cross in front of us. And they just share. They just share what's going on in their lives. Sometimes it's, "Hey guys, my grades are terrible. Could you pray for me?" And sometimes it's, "My really good friend committed suicide last week. Could you pray for me?" And every week I'm brought back to where I've been and where I'm going. And I've just been so thankful for the youth group that I had, where I was allowed to be who I am and who I was, and be honest and open about that and be vulnerable. And what God has been teaching me is vulnerability. And the unity that it speaks of in Psalm 133 can only come when we're vulnerable with each other. And it's the easiest thing in the world. Just kidding. It's actually really, really hard to be vulnerable with people, to share all your garbage. But as the youth group has done this, I've seen just incredible things happen in their lives, and their worship is just amazing. And it's nothing that I'm doing because I'm just on a janky little keyboard. Like they are free in their worship, and it's incredible to watch. But the flip side of vulnerability is we have to allow other people to be vulnerable with us, and that can be really, really hard, especially if people share things from their past with us that we don't like. It can be just as hard to hear it as it is to say it. But until we move past that, we can never grow together. And that's what that verse is all about. But when we do that, we grow in unity, and God blesses us. And like I said, it's not easy. But as my friend Bree told me last week, it's no longer I got this, it's we got this. And it's you and God. You don't have to do this on your own because you have Jesus. And this next song that we're going to sing is about putting our lives in the hands of God. And I think too often we think of it just in a future sense, but I like to think of it as my whole life is in your hands, God. Everything I did, everything I'm doing, everything I will do, it's all in your hands. You heal and you will provide. And that's how I think of this song. So as we sing it, feel free to worship with us, and just share with God and share with each other what God is doing in your lives and where He's brought you, because you can't move on until you share where you've been. So as we sing this song, just lift your praises to the Lord.
No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. Jesus, I can take it. With Him I know I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. tests and trials, they seem to